Hey guys, welcome to the Lords of Gallifrey podcast, the ultimate podcast for Doctor Who fans, Doctor Who creators, and Doctor Who collectors. Here today we are going to be talking about everything from Series 10 all the way to the latest pieces of merchandise that we've added to our collections. I'm your host, Alex Patterson, and we have quite the roster today. First up, we have Adam Fishwick. Adam, just tell us a little bit about what you do on your channel and why people should subscribe.
Well, basically, I do vlogs and review Doctor Who merchandise, which I've got, and I really enjoy it. And I bring much detail of what I have as possible. I don't have much subscribers, but I'm hoping that it's going to grow. I've got 43, so it is basically growing no, but I just want to do, the more videos I do, the more subscribers I would get, and I'm hoping to get more comments. So I'm hoping that the more comments I get, I want you guys to ask me what I want to do next. So yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. So not only does he have awesome vlogs, I've seen those before, and just incredible Doctor Who content, but he's also open to suggestions, so definitely head over to his channel. That's Adam Fishwick on YouTube. We'll link to all of these in the description below, but definitely head over and check out his awesome channel. Next up is Aaron from All Things Doctor Who. Wonderful scarf you're wearing there. I absolutely love it. Tell us a little bit about your channel and what you do over there.
Basically, I'm Aaron. I'm from All Things Doctor Who. I am part of about two people from the channel. The second one is Joel. Now, unfortunately, Joel couldn't make this chat, and I don't think he actually can call often. Believe it or not, we may be co-hosts, but we don't talk as often as I think some days. But basically, on the channel, we like to get different guests. Currently, right now, we are doing a Doctor Year, so different people talk about their 5 favourite Doctor episodes with honourable mentions, maybe. Adam Fisher come as chat has done the 4th Doctor, Charlie's done the 7th Doctor, and Alex Patterson has done the 5th Doctor. So yeah, guys, it's really good. I've done you'll never guess what Doctor I've done. It's the 2nd Doctor. But it's really good. The new video should be uploaded that for now. So when this is actually uploaded, the 8th Doctor one by Joe should upload it. But we just do reviews, unboxings, anything, and it's all things Doctor Who. And yes, that is the basic channel. Just rambling on about Doctor Who and geeking out.
Awesome. So he's got incredible content, and one of the things that's really unique about his channel that I absolutely love is that he lets other Doctor Who fans come on his channel. So I'm not only just saying that because I've been on the channel, but I think we've all been on All Things Doctor Who channel before, so definitely check out his channel and subscribe. Now, Charlie, you don't actually have a YouTube channel, but you are incredibly talented at showing up in other people's YouTube channels. Talk to us about why you appear on other people's channels, and what's the latest video that you appeared in?
Well, nice to be here. I must have. Sorry if I started with my words. I have a habit of doing that, actually.
That's fine.
And well, the latest video I started in was my top 5 Sylvester McCoy stories. So, if you're checking out All Things Doctor Who with Aaron, I suggest that you check out, because look, you may like my number 1, you may not, and I know for a fact that you, Adam, love my number 1.
I do, yes.
Yep,
We all know that is his favourite story of all time. We all know that.
Exactly my point.
So, if you want to find out what number 1 story that was, then definitely check out that video over on All Things Doctor Who's YouTube channel. Now, as I mentioned, we are all collectors of Doctor Who. I don't know if you've noticed. Oh, by the way, my name's Alex Patterson. I run the Doctor Who Guide YouTube channel, and it's all about growing your Doctor Who knowledge, your collection, and your connection with other Doctor Who fans. So definitely subscribe if you like this content. It's been awesome. I've loved getting to know everybody, including this awesome group of fans. And today we are talking about, first off, about collecting. Now, for me, collecting started a long time ago, and it's a constant thing, right? You're constantly thinking about what you want to get next, and there's no shortage of Doctor Who merchandise. So the first question I'm going to be asking you guys today is, what was the last Doctor Who thing that you bought? Let's start off with Adam.
So basically, I've been out with another person who also does YouTube. He's called Alex Goddard, so he's part of the group. He can't make it tonight because I think he's watching something. I'm not sure. I went out with him today. There will be a vlog on that, and I got some Doctor Who DVDs. I can't. I would bring them. I will get them, but they're basically downstairs, and I don't want to be running downstairs and then coming back up with them. But I can probably tell you the ones which I can remember that I bought. I've been collecting a lot of Tom Baker recently because he's my favourite classic Doctor. Yeah, typical me. And I bought the Three Doctors. Tomb of the Cybermen, Robots of Death. I was mostly after the Robots of Death because I've got the other two.
Good man.
Such a good story. Yeah.
I also got Creature from the Pit.
Okay.
Nightmare of Eden.
Uh-huh.
I got State of Decay.
Okay.
And Warriors Gate. I think that's what it's called. I'm not sure. It's
Yep.
Yeah,
it's the one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the last thing I got.
So, Adam Fishwick, building up your Tom Baker collection. We all know you're a huge fan of Tom Baker. It's I can't imagine there are many Tom Baker DVDs left for you to collect, but DVDs are always awesome. Aaron, from All Things Doctor Who, what was the last Doctor Who thing that you bought? Let us in on that.
Well, to comment on Adam Fishwick, so I think your collection needs a bit more heart, Noel. What I've bought recently is on Amazon, not came yet, but I've recently, since I've got a lot of DVD releases, I've been collecting the CDs. Now, I'll slightly turn the camera there. Basically, that's a lot of the CDs got, and I've been listening to a lot of the stories, like audiobooks that David Tennant narrates in Matt Smith, for example, or different guest stars in Doctor Who. I've ordered 3 Matt Smith ones because I feel like I've got a lot of David Tennant, no Matt Smith. So I found them cheap online, ordered some of that, and I know this next week, because I'm a massive vintage collector, I'm ordering it, Genesis of the Daleks cassette. It's really good gun, really cheap, got beautiful artwork, and it's just such a nice thing because I'm actually tempted to buy more of the cassette style things because I'm a huge fan of the old stuff, such as VHS, the cassettes. So not just for new stuff in the Doctor Who universe.
Wow, that is awesome. So expanding your collection in some unconventional ways there. That's pretty cool. You didn't happen to receive anything in the mail recently, did you?
Yes. I made a reaction video to that. So if you want to check it out, but Alex sent me an amazing book. I would get it now, but it's on my shelf right now. But again, I absolutely loved it. Thanks, man. But I'll be honest. When I noticed on the package, it had one DVD, and I thought it was going to be one story right here. And I noticed it in the back. I was like, wait a minute, there's a DVD in there. And I noticed it was like that, so I couldn't see it. And a lot of the time, Alex and everyone started making jokes that it was going to be the gunfighters. And if you don't know, my relationship with the gunfighters isn't very nice. It's not very nice. When I noticed it was like that, I automatically got scared, like, oh god, is it this story or
Right.
second copy?
And it was a William Hartnell DVD, but it was, find out if it was the Gunfighters, check out his video.
I mean, it could be me crying in the video and just swearing to get my revenge on a Doctor Who guide by joining Grandma and on her quest to unsubscribe.
So yeah, that's I must say it's one of my favorite videos on your channel. So yeah, definitely check that out. Charlie, what's the latest addition to your Doctor Who collection?
Well, I haven't actually ordered anything in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the last thing I got that is Doctor Who related was strangely the last War Doctor Big Finish set, which, as you probably know, is called Casualties of War.
Wow, that whole series of Big Finish audios, which are audio original Doctor Who stories. That series deals with the War Doctor and the Time War. It's a really awesome series, so congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. What's weird is that the only War Doctor ones I got so far is the first one, and the one I just said about, the
fourth one?
Casualties of... Well, I got the first one and the last one for my War Doctor series at the moment.
So you
And then I really need to work on my box set collection for Big Finish.
I'd say I've listened to some of Casualties of War. I've listened to Only Monsters at the start. That's actually fantastic. Casualties of War. Halfway through that, and my gosh, John Hurt. What can you say?
Yeah, and I think it's a shame that he is no more.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is undoubtedly an incredible series to listen to. So you've been expanding your collection into, Big Finish and the Doctor Who audiobooks. The next question I want to ask you guys is there an area of Doctor Who that you have not been collecting as much that you kind of want to expand your collection into?
Well, I know one thing for Adam, and that is some William Hartnell and Patrick Troughton, but let's not get to
I was going to say that!
But for me, I have a feeling it's not as active with comics, but the thing is, my boss is a comic book connector, so each week I get the 3rd Doctor Adventures and 10th Doctor ones, and I'll be getting the 4th Doctor and 11th Doctor ones very soon. So that's really interesting, but I really want the graphic novels because I've got the 4 Doctor Adventures, they've got so many interesting storylines, and I know Charlie has been on about Prisoners of Time, which has been a really interesting story that I want you to check out. So I'd say it's for comic books for me.
That's awesome. Can I work for your boss?
I'm sorry, he's my boss, fortunately.
Okay. I can attest to the fact that the Doctor Who comics are awesome. As you can see here, I've collected quite a few of them. I stay generally to the Doctor Who magazine comics, but yeah, you've got some good stuff waiting for you. So that's pretty awesome. Adam, what are you looking to expand your collection into?
2 things actually. As Aaron said, I need to expand more 60s Who, Hartnell and Troughton, because I think I've just been collecting a lot of Tom. I would also like to get more Big Finish though, because I've only got the light at the end. I think the closest thing I've got for audios is, like Nightmare of Black Island, and I've also got the War Doctor, The Engines of War. I've also got the book to this. It's very good.
Good book.
It's read by Nicholas
Briggs?
What's his? Yeah, Nicholas Briggs. It's just more Big Finish than 60s and 60s Who, really.
That's awesome. If you don't know, Nicholas Briggs does the voice of the Daleks and is also executive producer at Big Finish Productions. Charlie, what are you looking to expand into?
Well, it all depends on space, really. If I ever have the privilege of having more shelves, which I highly, highly doubt, I probably would try to expand on, the adult Doctor Who magazines, or maybe more autobiographies like this one here, which I got of Simon Fishwick, My Dalek as a Puncher. It's basically explaining how he got to Doctor Who in the world of Dornian, basically. I got his autograph inside if I can show it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, just give me a moment.
Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah, I'm a very lucky man. I met him in person. He's a very nice guy to me in person. He's very nice. So yeah, either autobiographies like this that are this good from celebrities, Doctor Who adult style magazine, or both, if I have the room for it.
Yep. There are quite a few issues of Doctor Who magazine, but that is an awesome thing to be collecting, as well as autobiographies. So one area that I am looking to expand my collection into is the new series DVDs. I know this sounds strange, but I haven't yet purchased The Return of Dr. Mysterio or any of the Region 1 Series 8 Part 1 and Part 2, and I am looking forward to pre-ordering Series 10 on DVD. That is an area of Doctor Who that I want to continue expanding into. I just don't feel right until I've had like every single new Doctor Who DVD release there is. But I would love to expand my book collection. I don't have as many Doctor Who books as I would like, so I definitely want to continue collecting those. But speaking of Series 10, that's a thing that's happening. It would be crazy to do a podcast and not even touch on the subject of Series 10. We will be limiting our discussion to the pilot today, just so that everybody who's listening to this has a chance to watch every episode of Series 10 as we do this, so chances are everybody has seen the pilot. First off, how high were your expectations for Series 10 going in? Was it like so low that you're like, I want Chris Chibnall to be showrunner, I want it to be Series 10 or Series 11 already? That would be like super low, or was it, as high as like Tom Baker's coming back as the Doctor, like this is how excited I am for Series 10. Adam, start us off. How high are your expectations? Were your expectations for Series 10 before you saw the pilot episode of Series 10?
Well, I was really excited because we haven't had any Doctor Who for a year now, and I think we've been deserving this for a while. And since Jenna has left, now I want to say happy birthday to her. I think it's good that we've got a new companion, and I think it's just a good origin story for her, and I think like it's good for the 12th Doctor as well, because he could show like new things, and I'm real. As soon as I saw her in the pilot, I was hooked. I was absolutely hooked, and I'm really looking forward to the rest of Series 10, and also Johnson.
That's awesome. So you kind of, also mentioned, how you enjoyed it. So that's kind of the question, what was your expectations were pretty high going into Series 10, because we haven't had any Doctor Who in a while. And we also were being introduced to a new companion. You're already a fan of the new Doctor, so it sounds like your expectations were pretty high, and that they're still high after seeing the pilot. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. I would say one little negative about it, but the story of the pilot, it wasn't the strongest though, but I just think it's a really great origin story. Okay,
awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Aaron, what were your expectations like going into this? On a scale of 1 to fish fingers and custard, how excited were you for this? And did the pilot live up to your expectations? Are you still as excited for Series 10?
Well, all I'll say is, only you guys will understand this, what I'm about to say, but when it first started, my reaction was, oh my giddy aunt! So I was absolutely hooked. I was so excited. I was scared what Moffat was going to do, because obviously been past with his story arcs. He's just filled so much planning into his first episode, and then the end result has been really disappointed. But I felt like it was his own similar story, this story was. And So going into it, I wanted it to be good, and I was not actually disappointed. It was simple, yet I feel like it needed to be simple. The idea of bringing Bill in, the idea of getting rid of Clara, was because of getting some new people in. We had a massive story arc with Clara for so many seasons. Her story arc ended. We got something fresh going on. I was happy. Other fans are happy. I've got a friend that loves it now. That's never even seen it because it wasn't confusing. It explained the TARDIS perfectly and what it can do. I know the Who addicts hated the idea of what the TARDIS did, but you know what? I was not disappointed. I had absolutely adored it.
That's awesome, and that kind of speaks for the quality of an episode when you have high expectations. You know, after a year-long hiatus of waiting for Doctor Who, we all had very high expectations simply for the fact that, you know, Doctor Who was back. And so when you have very high expectations for an episode, it's easy to be let down, but the fact that so many people like yourself were not disappointed by the pilot, that's really cool. And like you said, it did a great job of introducing a new companion. Charlie, what were your expectations, and were they any higher or lower after watching the pilot?
Now that is a good question. I'll give credit to you on that one, Alex.
Thank you. Thank
well,
you.
my expectations were like, up in one word really, average, very average. Because look, I thought half of me thought it was going to be great, but the other half of me thought it was going to suck. I think the pilot is pretty good. I think it's pretty much on par of light-heartedness like in Black Orchid, to be honest. Yes. And I'm not saying that to you, Adam.
Guys, if we ever get to this question, I will answer it.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought the Daleks were handled brilliantly for their cameo, really.
So, Aaron, I believe you had something you wanted to tell Charlie?
Yes, I was going to say, well, I know if you were going to talk about Black Orchid, you should talk to Pete Davison about it. So that is one of the best people to talk about Black Orchid.
Oh,
exactly my point. Because I know for a fact that you, Adam, you made a mistake. I did not.
Let us in on that. Let us in on that.
Okay, I'll say it really quick. So I met Peter Davison for the second time at Manchester Comic Con last year, and I was getting him to sign his first story. But I've been collecting like Doctor Who books, and it has his first 3 stories, so I got him to sign that, and I've told him that I've been watching most of your stories recently, and he said, "Oh yeah," and then I said to him that the Black Orchid is my favourite, but he didn't say much for that. But the thing was, I did not know it was his least favourite at the time, but I got told by one of my friends saying Peter Davison just hates the Black Orchid. I'm like, oh, I just said that to him.
Well, I'll say one thing to you. If you ever listen to a Black Orchid commentary, all you hear is Peter Davison just legitimately taking the actual Mickey out of the story, saying how awful it is, and just complaining the whole entire time.
So if you didn't get that, Adam told Peter Davison that his favorite story of his was Black Orchid, which is the least favorite story of Peter Davison. So
yeah. Well, he didn't. He's not really much of a talkative person anyway. So I think I think it's just an average daily thing for him when he meets fans.
Yep. So a question for you guys about the pilot. So we've seen kind of, we've got a scale here of, some people who have really enjoyed the episode, some people who thought it was average. I definitely think that, as far as season openers, the last season, season 9, was just absolutely massive, and, all of the monsters it brought back, and, being a 2-part story. So, the pilot was certainly not that. It wasn't the most explosive of openers, but it was still very good. I really enjoyed something I noticed was the filmography of it. The way it was filmed was absolutely brilliant. The set design was spectacular with his mug full of Sonics. And I really enjoyed, also just the color grading, and it's just the inner editor in me was like, wow, this looks really awesome. And my next question is, how many times have you guys seen the episodes? I'm going to go first because I saw it once the day after it aired, because I ordered it online. And then I also got to see it in theaters. It was in theaters here in America for 2 days, and I got to see it there, and I watched it like back to back. So the second day I got to see it in theaters, and I enjoyed it even more. It was still very fresh in my memory, so you'd think it would be kind of boring because what's going to happen, but it stood up in theaters really, really well. So I definitely enjoyed it. I think it didn't necessarily lift my expectations for Series 10, but they were high, and it's still my expectations are still the same afterwards. So Adam, I know you've watched that episode a couple of times. How many times have you seen the pilot?
I watched it 4 times.
Wow.
Obviously, when it first came out, I watched it again on Easter Sunday, and then I watched it again in the evening, and I think I watched it the next day, from what I remember. But yeah, I really loved the pilot, and also I like Smile. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to what Series 10 has got in store for us so far.
Wow, 4 times. That beats my record. Aaron, did you beat Adam's record of watching the pilot 4 times?
I haven't actually, no. I watched it twice. I watched it when it aired, obviously, and I watched it, and I have to say, what you said about the cinematography, I completely agree. I feel like the way Stephen Moffat made that first ever scene, a quiet room, Bill walking in, it just basically sums up the Doctor and Bill's relationship perfectly. She's a student, he is a teacher. It says it in a beautiful way. Mm-hmm. I think even the TARDIS scene was absolutely gorgeous. I watched it twice, and what can I say? The second time, I still absolutely loved it. I feel like it accomplished everything, and even looking at all the little references of Susan, and even River Song, I may not be the biggest fan of River, but even I can appreciate what Stephen Moffat is doing right now, and I love it.
That's awesome. Charlie, how many times have you seen the pilot?
All the way through, I've only seen it once, but I've seen like bits of it since it broadcast on the BBC iPlayer. But the only time I think you'll see me watching it all the way through all over again is through a Series 10 Blu-ray Steelbook, if they do one.
So
so hopefully I'll get my hands on that if it gets one. Hopefully. I'm crossing my fingers that there will be one, and I'm also crossing my fingers that I may get it, maybe, if I have the patience.
Yeah. So you're experiencing them, kind of as they were meant to be experienced. Once, forever in your memory, and then you have to wait another week. We live in a time when you can, be like Adam and binge watch the episode until the next one airs. So yeah, that's quite cool. So we've seen the episode quite a few times. After seeing it multiple times, what would you, if you had to rate the episode out of 10, what do you think you'd give it a rating? Let's start off with Charlie.
I did give it a 7, to be honest.
That's
all I can say. I give it a lucky number 7.
Awesome. Okay, Aaron.
If I was going to give it anything, I'd give it an 8.5, just for the fact that it introduced, as I said at the start, introduced everything perfectly in a simple way. We love the character of Bill already, and to people who like Clara, I'm going to respect and enjoy the fact you can like her, but I feel like she's more relatable and a better character than Clara had for the entire seasons she had. So again, 8.5 for me.
8.5, okay. Adam, what would you rate it?
7.5. I mean, I do love, Bill, and like what Aaron just said. But shouldn't be, strong because it's just an origin story. It's just like a one-off because it's just the start of a series, though. But yeah, I give it a 7.5.
Okay, a 7.5. I definitely think I'd agree with Aaron on this one. Not to steal your answer, but I definitely think 8.5, leaning towards a 9. As time goes by, that can definitely change your opinion of an episode, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very good. So yeah, I think 8.5 is the perfect rating for that. So if I'm not mistaken, that's somewhere between a 7 and an 8. So it's probably around an 8 average rating for this episode. So, like I said, it's that's not bad for a first episode. Not the worst, but certainly room for improvement. What do you guys think is inside the vault? We got a little bit of a plot element hinted at the beginning. What do you think is inside the vault that the Doctor's hidden inside of a university? Adam, start us off. It can be anything.
I think that it's just a theory of mine. I think that is actually Irani. She's just been jealous of the Doctor and the Master's relationship together. So she kind of trapped the Master inside that vault, so he can't get out. And then she steals the Master's identity, and then later on we find out that the Master has not regenerated at all. He's just been locked up. Wow,
that's quite the fleshed out theory. I think I'd enjoy it if that was the case. You think?
Matthew Rowney from the Who Addicts said that, so I'm pretty much agreeing with him on that.
Okay, so you think it's a John Sim gagged and bound in the vault? That's a very interesting theory. Aaron, can you top that?
I've got a theory and a half for me. Yes, here's what I'd say if I was going to make absolutely anything.
Uh-huh.
And it is the cyber controller from the invasion sits aside as Nardon is the reincarnated version of Vaughn, as Vaughn was secretly a Time Lord generated. As he turns into Nardon, that's why he's trying to make sure the Doctor stays and opens it. So that's where the Mondasian Cybermen return, as they contact the Master, and as we put a bit of Matthew's theory in there of Varani coming in, as she suddenly says she's Varani. So it's basically Vaughn, the invasion cyber leader, in there, as they try and go back in time, bring back all the Cybermen, and just go absolutely crazy.
Oh my goodness. Wow. That I thought you couldn't top Adams, but man, you just blew that out of the water. Okay, well, Charlie, what do you think is in the is in the vault? Would you agree with Aaron and Adam, or are you going to bring an element of perhaps believability to a theory so far? No, I actually do quite agree with the theory of the Ronnie. I really hope that's the case, and Vaughn's a little bit more of a stretch, but perhaps something to do with the Mondasian Cybermen. I personally was thinking, if it's anything, it's going to be something related to Omega. So, like, the last thing the Doctor hid on Earth secretly was, like, the hand of Omega. So I'm thinking it's going to be something like, maybe the lucky rabbit's foot of Omega. I think that's what's going to be in the in the vault.
Better yet, it's for Candyman just waiting in there.
Oh my goodness! Yes. But I will say I do love those two theories we've gotten so far. Charlie, what do you think?
Tough question. Hard to answer. Well, I was thinking, when I first saw the vault, as it's known as, I saw that it had Gallifrey writing on it, so I'm guessing there'll be something to do with Gallifrey, I guess.
That's a good observation.
I partly agree with Adam on this one, but I'm not sure if it's the Master or locked up in chains or what. No, but I get the feeling that it's something to do with Gallifrey, or it could be the Nightmare Child that was told in the theories of the Time War with the Daleks. And that.
Well, we've certainly got some.
It won't be.
So it could be. So yeah, basically, I think it could be something to do with the Time War, maybe. Explain how the 12th Doctor got there when all the other incarnations surrounded Gallifrey in order to save it in the 50th.
So I think there, believe it or not, there is a common thread in all of our theories here that that Charlie just sort of hit on, is that it's probably something to do with Gallifrey or Time Lords. So, you know, whether that's Missy, who's locked up the Master, or, you know, Nardole being the second regeneration of Vaughn, bringing back the Mondasian Cybermen, or just something Gallifreyan, perhaps the lucky rabbit's foot of Omega, or you know, maybe it's the Candyman locked up and my dreams can come true. But certainly, we'll see who's right. We'll see who's right.
I'd say I need the better one in Missy Archie. The Orville office waiting there to absorb the Doctor.
I can top that.
Yeah.
Well, that's it's all the Western people and the dancer from the Gunfighters.
Okay. Let's go on to another question before Aaron drops the call altogether. So we've talked, you know, what about theories of what's going on with the Vault, and we're definitely, you know, it's not going to be the end of that. As far as, you know, we've got a lot more to look forward to this season. What returning classic series element, what monster who's returning are you guys most excited about? We've obviously got the Mondasian Cybermen coming back. We've got, Missy, perhaps the Master, the Ice Warriors. What are you guys most excited to see back in Series 10? Aaron, start us off.
I'm torn because honestly I adore the original 10th Planet Cybermen, and I also really love, well, I won't say I really like Johnson's Master. So I'd say it's Monday's in Cybermen, then it's Johnson, then it's the Ice Warriors. I'd say because the Ice Warriors, they've always been a favourite of mine. I've always loved the idea of them being originally human. And just the fact they're meant to be this human character that has been killed inside, their human emotions being taken apart completely. I just love that idea, and the thing about the 10th Planet Cybermen that really I adore is the fact that their hands still show, and it shows that they're not completely involved yet. So some humanity is still there, but you can tell how much they've changed themselves.
It's incredible how when you have, you know, you would think that making them somewhat less robotic and more human would lower the fear factor, but because it is something that's so familiar to us, you know, it's not as far-fetched to see us as a human race turning into Cybermen. I think that goes right back to the heart of why the Cybermen are creepy. So yeah, possibly. So Cybermen. Then, you know, you're also excited for John Sim and the Ice Warriors. That's awesome. Adam, what are you excited for most?
Well, as Aaron said, I'm looking forward to the Master, John Sim. Obviously the Mondasian Cybermen, and also the landlord in the episode Knock Knock. I can't remember the actor's name who does him though, but I've been hearing loads of rumours saying that he's another Time Lord that we don't know about. So he looks like a really interesting character.
That's interesting. That's not a theory I've heard before, so that's cool. Charlie, who are you most excited for?
Well, I completely agree with what Adam said there about the landlord. That's all a returning monster. I really can't decide because look, I don't want Moffat to mess it up like he did with Claw returning in Hellbent and that.
Yeah, I would say I haven't heard that much about that theory in particular, so I'm gonna have to learn more about that. I really enjoyed the 3-part finale of Series 3, so for me, John Sim just coming back, in any form is going to be absolutely incredible for me. So that's what I'm looking forward to the most.
You gotta love John Sim.
He's incredible.
Sorry.
He offered jelly babies to other people, so I think that was just an awesome reference. So yeah, thanks so much for being here today, guys. Let's just finish this off by talking about the latest videos that you guys have posted on your channels, kind of what's going on and what you're excited for. Aaron, you just passed 300 subscribers. You're actually quite further along there. You're up to like 321 or something, I believe. You had a question and answer video that was all about why you started the channel. I gotta say, I watched that. I absolutely loved it. It was just so incredible. I highly suggest watching that. But yeah, talk about what's going on with your channel.
Thank you so much for that, Alex. And I really, what it is gone so far this week. It's meant to be today, maybe tomorrow. We have the top 5 8th Doctor episodes or Big Finish audios, whatever Joel does in this, because I have no idea what Joel actually said. So that should be very fun. 300 subscriber videos. This week I'm going to be trying to film my segment of that, so I'll be answering all the questions apart from one I answered. I suppose the reason I did that one question, that one set of videos, because I had so much to say why I made the channel and I couldn't say it in a few sentences.
Yeah.
Because, I just had to thank so many people on the channel. And it's just so weird because years ago I used to watch all these people do what we're doing now, and just to know I'm doing it too, with all these awesome Whovians like yourselves, Alex Goddard, Adam, Alex and Charlie, just absolutely everyone on the channel, even Adam Charlton. Like, obviously, me as a Geeks Handbag, they're absolutely awesome. Just the Whovian community is amazing in general. Everyone is amazing in this community, and you know what? I couldn't ask for a better community.
Well, I mean, I can vouch for the fact that Aaron's channel is, not only incredible for the content that he puts out and the amount of content that he puts out. It's almost at a daily basis at this point, but the way that you make everybody feel like such a big, important part of the community is just so incredible. So I really enjoyed that video, and I can't wait to see your channel grow in the future. Adam, what's going on in your channel? What's the latest content that you've got going, and what are you excited about?
Well, I've just done a vlog today with Alex Goddard. I've mentioned him before. He'll probably be on the next recording thing of this. So yeah, I met up with him today in the Trafford Centre, and we vlogged it the whole day. And it was such a great pleasure for meeting him, and so yeah, that will be up possibly rather later on tonight or possibly tomorrow. I'm not sure because I'm going to be very busy tomorrow. And also after that, I've got my thin ice review to do, and also I'll be getting a Doctor Who the movie book next Wednesday, and I'm gonna probably rewatch the Paul McGann movie, so I might do a review on the book and the film itself.
That sounds awesome. You got quite a few cool ideas going on. I always enjoy your content. I really enjoyed your vlog when you met up with Aaron from All Things Doctor Who. That was just incredible.
Yeah, the best video you ever done, Adam.
Ditto. I really enjoyed it. So his vlogs were awesome. Definitely check him out. That's once again, that's Adam Fishwick.
It was 2 docs all over again. Adam was Tom Baker and all that.
That is awesome. Charlie, you don't have a channel of your own, but as I said, you make a lot of guest appearances. Do you have any more planned yet?
I don't know how many weeks if the War Doctor goes ahead in the top 5, but I'll be doing my top 5 9th Doctor episodes, and he's my personal favourite Doctor of all time, and I believe that you are starring it with me, Aaron, is that right?
I am, yes. Me and Charlie are both doing the top 5 9th Doctor episodes. with my oh, you never know this. Charlie will never guess what I'm about to say now. With my season 1 Amazon release steelbook. I've never mentioned ever. I've never mentioned that, and Charlie does not know I own it, and I've definitely never filmed myself watching Christopher Eccleston.
Cut it out! Cut it out, Aaron.
Okay, so that should be interesting. If that's any indicator of how awesome the video is going to be, it's going to be incredible. Yeah, before we get people dropping out of the calls here, yeah, so definitely be sure to subscribe to everybody there. I've just been celebrating as well 300 subscribers. The celebration party is also going on over at my channel, and there are just so many people to thank. My first draft of my video was like an hour long, so it's like, okay, I'm gonna have to cut that down some, but done quite a few crazy things. I've eaten disgusting smoothies and held giant snakes, and it's been a lot of fun. So yeah, it's been great to see all of the support.
Yeah, I just wanted to say something to Alex. Congratulations, Alex, because I never said this before, but honestly, your channel's absolutely amazing. It really is. Guys, if you've not seen Alex's channel, whose ever channel this video is uploaded on, check out the Doctor God. Honestly, guys, as I said, he's past 300, and you need to check out his content. It's absolutely incredible. And all I'm going to say is everyone's on here is amazing, and even people that aren't on here, such as Alex Goddard, he does great detailed reviews. If Charlie had a channel, I'd say check out Charlie's, but the best thing to do is check out his cameo so far. But apart from that, honestly, congratulations, Alex. Honestly, you do fantastic videos, just really great ones. Like, we really are incredible, and that's what I'm saying, mate. Each subscriber you deserve, and a million times more.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot coming from you, Aaron. I really do love your content. So yeah, no, this like Aaron said, there are so many awesome channels here. Adam Fishwick, he's got an awesome channel of his own. He's been an awesome supporter of both of our channels. And yeah, man, All Things Doctor Who, definitely check out his channel as well. You've seen how awesome and how nice he is, so yeah, it's unmissable.
I try to be. Yeah. Also, I want to say thank you to you, Alex, for letting us three being on this recording live thing, whatever it's called. You know what it's called. I just want to say thank you so much for letting us be on it.
Well,
I would like to say thank you to that.
You're very welcome. I can't take all the credit. All things I gotta say, All Things Doctor Who was the creative genius behind this all. I've enjoyed hosting, and you guys have been awesome guests. So thanks so much. Be sure to tune in next time to the Council of Whovians. We look forward to seeing you then. Thanks so much.
Alright, see you later, guys. Bye.
Thank you.
See you guys.
Bye. Good night.
Bye. See ya.